Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and happy Tuesday. I hope everybody is having a great day and a great week. Last night was The Bachelor, the 3-hour live finale for The Bachelor. That means it is the last time we get to see Joey as The Bachelor. I'm gonna tell you, he was my favorite Bachelor. Maybe of all time, my favorite Bachelor. True, I have not watched every season of The Bachelor. I started off watching it in the beginning religiously, and then I stopped, and then I came back. I think my first, I can't even remember the last one, but then the one that brought me back, oddly enough, was Colton. So it's the end. And last night, it's bittersweet. So let's get into it. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna tell you what though. I didn't properly watch the entire thing like at the end because I was just so sad. But tell me, was anybody else having audio problems? Because the audio going in and out was killing me all the way through the beginning of this. So Joey starts off, he's saying that he's falling for each woman, and he could see himself having a life with both women. So this week, Joey's family flew to Tulum, Mexico, and both of the ladies are going to get to meet them, and then they're going to have the last chance date at night. So Joey and the family meet, and they're talking, and when the way he talked about Kelsey versus the way he talked about Daisy, you could, I don't know, I could tell a difference. I kind of felt like he was maybe leaning a little bit more towards Kelsey. So he leaves to go get Daisy, and he says they're talking, the family's talking, they're saying they're worried about Joey getting his heart broken. Another thing that I noticed, listen, his one sister, if she's single, listen, she could be a bachelor. I'm just saying. She was beautiful. I mean, they were both beautiful, but she could really be she could be a bachelor. And I don't know if the guy that was sitting next to her was her boyfriend or her fiance or her husband, but he was a little cutie cute too. Please don't tell me he's super young. He was cute too. So Daisy was the first one in. Daisy comes in. She tells everybody about her cochlear implant, and then they talk. Daisy talks to the sisters, and the question had come up: Have you told him that you love him? Did you say I love you? And she said that she's in love with him, but she hasn't told him yet. And then the question of if he proposed to you, would you say yes? She said, yes, I absolutely would say yes if he proposed to me. And the sisters love her. The sisters like her a lot. They seem to love her. They said she is very sweet. Joey's talking to the sisters, and they tell him this. She's very sweet. We really like her a lot. And he says to his sisters that he feels very strongly for her. He's falling for her. But his biggest fear with her is that she's holding back just because of the other women, the competition from the other women. They're there. The mother speaking to Daisy, listen, she said, she'd asked, what is most unique about you? At this point, I thought just I'd be like, the cochlear implant? I didn't tell you about that? Because that's cochlear implant. But her biggest, what makes her unique is that she doesn't give up on people, and when she loves big. And I'm going to tell you, she then says to Daisy, it would be an honor to have you in our family. And his mother is just so precious and just such a gift. I mean, she just seems like such a loving, caring, thoughtful woman. I really enjoyed seeing her on the show. His mom is awesome. And during all of this, who do they cut to? They cut to fucking Jerry. To no, not Jerry, to Gary. Golden Bachelor, Gary. Come on. Now, whenever they were talking, I noticed though, you know how they have that picture-in-picture? I noticed that they showed his mom during this period, and she looks, I don't know if she looks sad or if she looks mad. She might look a little sad. And that's when I was like, well, wait a minute. Does that mean that Daisy broke his heart? Oh no. So then next up is Kelsey. Kelsey comes in. She's talkative, but she cries a lot. And his mother had said she's a very lovely lady, a very lovely girl, and she's very emotionally intelligent, but is Kelsey in it for the long haul? Kelsey's talking to the sisters, and she says to the sisters that she wants them to choose each other. And when asked about would you say yes to a proposal, she said something like, I don't necessarily need to be married right now. So she doesn't seem as certain for sure that she would say yes to a proposal. Daisy was absolutely yes. He proposes, I will say yes. And she was yeah, maybe I could see that, maybe, but who knows when, maybe. So the sisters, she leaves. Well, wait a minute. Before she leaves, it really does seem to me it seems like everybody in the family when they meet Kelsey, they were kind of well, there's another woman. He might not pick you. Hey, he might not pick you. And then probably in her head was that, was Leslie being he's going to break your heart. Don't worry. He might just break your heart like Gary did for me. So there's all these people who are coming after her what if he doesn't pick you? He might not pick you. What if he doesn't pick you? And sisters are telling Joey, listen, Daisy is 100% ready for marriage. She will accept. But Kelsey is not so certain about it. It might just be nerves, but I don't know. I mean, we like both of them, but it seemed like the family was leaning more towards Daisy. But this information kind of scares Joey. The mother and Kelsey are talking. She tells Kelsey about Joey's hometown and the fact that Joey was so certain that he was going to be the one that Charity chose. And but then in the end he was but she had a stronger connection with the other gentleman, and Joey was while he was heartbroken, he cares so much for her that he genuinely just wanted her to be happy. And that I don't know if she was putting it out there maybe you should get used to that. Maybe that's something you should embrace. But I felt like they were going kind of heavy, but the two dates were completely different. Daisy's was sunshine and happiness, everybody have fun. And then Kelsey's was oh my God, I'm crying. There's other women. So I don't know. It was kind of crazy. The last chance date with Daisy. So they got cleansed. They took their clothes off. We don't have to take our clothes off But they did, down to their bathing suits, and they got like cleansed, and then they went in this hut. And that's where things were like, she was like, oh, I'm frustrated, because she wants to tell him that she loves him, but it hurts. And the producer was like, what do you mean it hurts? He's like, well, it hurts because I don't think he's sure about me. So they're talking, and this is weird, because the question was something like, what do you want to come to fruition, or something like that. And what he wanted was, he said, I want us to find true happiness, whether it's with each other or with someone else. Now that right there is the sign. That's the flag. That's the red flag that says, no, he's not going to pick me. So she's coming to this understanding, and they're in this hut. And then there's this gentleman over here who is a local, who has his shirt off. Somebody they I follow on TikTok was like, this gentleman over here who looks like he just ate at Arby's, and he's banging this drum. Oh, it had to have been awkward. So they go into the night portion. She tells him that she loves him. He did not say it back. It was like when Matt James, remember when Matt James was the Bachelor, and women were like, I love you from the bottom of my heart. I cannot spend another day without you. I can see you in my life. He's like, thank you. Like, Joey didn't say thank you, and I understand why he didn't say I love you, because he was going to say it like one time, and that's it. And that was to the person that he picked. So he didn't say I love you. The kiss was not a passionate kiss. You could tell. And she basically had said after that, she said, something's off. Like, he's very measured and very guarded in everything he's doing. They didn't talk about like their future together or anything like that. So at this point, I was like, well, wait a minute, does Daisy just not show up? So for the last chance date, Kelsey and Joey, they go into this room and it's like a spa, but it's not. It's just a hotel room. And they get into their bathing suits. And this lady comes in and washes their feet. Now listen, Joey, I completely understand. Joey was like, I might kick her. Trust. Listen, I'm going to tell you a little story. I don't like people touching my feet. I was dating this guy so long ago. And he was like, I am going to massage your feet. It'll be sexy. I was like, please don't. He's like, but it'll be sexy and it'll be romantic. Don't do it. I don't want you to touch my feet. He took my sock off, and he started touching my feet and rubbing my foot, and I kicked him in the nose. True. It was bleeding. It was not broke, but I did kick him in the nose. So I feel you on that, Joey. So they are doing like the massaging and everything. She says that she can see herself with him. But then there's that little voice over there. There's this little Leslie sitting up here like, he's gonna break your heart. Trust me. They always do when they're on TV. So I don't know. Meanwhile, Daisy is in her indoor room. When I say her indoor room, it's because I don't know if they gave Kelsey like a room with a balcony, and they just gave her like the room with the indoor court and like the like that. I mean, it had a lovely pool right there, but you didn't have like a balcony over the ocean or anything. So she is really stressing just because Joey seemed to be to be off, which I agree. So Kelsey's last night, she, they got together. She could see them together. She loves them. And she told him, yeah, I told your sisters that I could maybe get engaged to you. But she's worried. She's worried about not being chosen. She's worried about not being chosen, not being the chosen one. And he was like, don't worry. He could have just said, don't worry, I'm going to pick you. But he was like, don't worry about it. Listen, don't let that be the thing you're worrying about. And then before he leaves, they passionately kiss. That versus Daisy's kiss was, you could tell. So, next is the big day. And I'm going to tell you, this was heartbreaking. This was the most heartbreaking that I had seen. So Daisy wakes up. She's like, I know that I should be happy, but I'm not. I feel dread, and I don't think this is going to go my way. Something is off. I don't think he's going to pick me. So she gets dressed. She goes to a room. She knocks on a door. Joey goes to answer the door, but it's not. But they go to commercial. They come back, and I think. And Daisy goes down to Kelsey's room. They're talking, and you're like, oh my God, what is going on? So then you see a truck, you see a vehicle heading down. You see Kelsey, and you see Kelsey, and then you see Daisy. And I'm like, oh my God. Because see, I'm thinking that Daisy's just going to leave and not even see him. But then we find out they're in the same vehicle. And I was like, oh my God, what is this? What happened? What's happening? And oh my God. So then he's waiting for the woman to show up, and Daisy shows up. And so she shows up, and he talks to her, and then she says, I love you, but the thing is, you're not going to choose me. And she says, you're not going to choose me. And you want what's best for me, and I want what's best for me. So I am going to leave. And then he says, can I walk you out? And he says, I'm going to walk you out. She says, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this on my own. I have to do this on my own. And then she walks out. And instead of just going into a vehicle and leaving, she goes and she hugs Kelsey. And even up to the very last minute, she's so classy and so strong. And she says to Kelsey that your mother is watching on you, and she's watching over you. She's so happy and she's so proud. And listen, when she said later on that, oh, it's just so sad. When she said later on, I broke my own heart because you were too polite to do it. So she broke her heart. She still stayed strong. She went down there, talked to him, and then came back, and then was there for her friend. Oh. It was so sad. It was just so heartbreaking. Like, I knew that she wasn't going to be picked. Oh my God. But it was, oh, I'm going to tell you what. that right there is a classy, strong lady. That is 100% class. And that is one strong lady. And then, when she had said, if I'm able to love the wrong person, imagine all the love that I could have for the right person. In that instant, that to me was like, remember when Hannah Brown was let go? And I forget what she said. But before that, I wasn't even that big a fan of Hannah Brown. But after that, I was like, fuck that. Hannah Brown for Bachelor. So, and then Kelsey goes and they get engaged, and hooray. And I am happy for both of them. But I was just so heartbroken by Daisy. By everything that happened with Daisy. Oh. So then Daisy shows up for her one-on-one dress. I'm going to tell you, Princess Diana would be proud to show her showing up in that revenge dress, because that was a revenge dress. She came out, she was once again, was so classy and so kind. And she had said that she knew that she wasn't going to be the one picked. She knew after the hometown rose ceremony, like Rachel was let go, and then it was just the three of them standing there. And I guess Joey looked at Kelsey in such a way that she was like, it's not going to be me. He's not going to pick me. And she stayed in it still. And she said she's proud of herself, and she gave everything. She has nothing to be ashamed of. Listen, Daisy is a queen. Daisy should go down in Bachelorette history as one of the greatest contestants and greatest women to ever grace that show. I'm going to tell you that right now. She was pure class. She's a girl's girl. The epitome of a girl's girl is Daisy. So, listen, this ran till 11 o'clock. I didn't watch the whole thing. And I was so heartbroken after, just like, oh, no, I was just so tore up by Daisy that I was like, I don't even care about watching the rest of this. So, and you could tell also that the connection that Daisy had built with Joey's family was like so real, because it looked like his dad even like mouthed the words, I love you to her. And so then they bring out Kelsey and Joey. I think they had said that he's going to be down in New Orleans for a little bit, and then they're going to be moving to New York City. Also, they showed her father, and I kind of got the feeling that maybe her father might be the next Golden Bachelor. I would be fine with that. He seems like a genuinely decent man and handsome, very handsome. So I would be okay with that. And lastly, they brought out Charity, and they announced who the next Bachelorette will be. I was surprised. I was very surprised. Listen, I got up to go to the bathroom last night. I checked on TikTok, and I typed in the next Bachelorette or something like that. I was really surprised. I'm going to tell you, I would have put money down. I would have probably put $100 down that Maria was going to be the next one, based on the fact that she is like so popular. Like when she came out last week for Women Tell All, that was the kind of reaction that people have for like Taylor Swift and like a Taylor Swift concert. It was crazy. So when Charity said Jen, I liked Jen. I mean, I liked Jen a lot on the show. she was not the first person that I would have thought they would have went to. Like, I really thought that number one, it was going to be Maria. If not Maria, then it was maybe going to be Lexi or Daisy. And from what I understand, those women turned it down. That's just a rumor. That is just a rumor. So, I don't know. I mean, after last night, Daisy would be an obvious choice. But am I going to watch it? Sure, I am absolutely going to watch it. By them casting Jen is the first Asian woman to be featured as the Bachelorette. So that was last night. Please let me know in the comments what you guys thought about it. Hopefully we get some announcement soon on like who the Golden Bachelorette's gonna be. And also, I'm wondering what's gonna happen with Bachelor in Paradise. We need to hear some news on Bachelor in Paradise, please. So, with that being said, if nobody told you yet today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world so it comes back at you. Also, take care of one another. Number one, please be aware of your surroundings. Number two, please stay safe. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for Lord knows what. Bye, guys. Love ya. Bye, guys.